responded to the call to design the identity for the 100th running of the Comrades Marathon, we realized that we would not be simply designing a logo. We would be entrusted with a piece of South African history, because Comrades is not defined by the road between Pietermaritzburg and Durban. It is defined by the billions of footsteps that have traveled it. Every sacrifice, every triumph, and every story left on that road. And that became the starting point for everything that we created and designed. Our idea began with something incredibly small, a single bead. One bead, one step, and a single bead has little significance. A single footstep changes very little. But over time, thousands of beads create a masterpiece. Billions of footsteps and the stories behind them create an enduring legacy. In Africa, beadwork is more than decoration. It carries identity. It carries heritage, community, belonging. Individual beads, rich in color and character, are woven together to create something greater than themselves. Just as generations of people have come together to create the story of the Comrades, runners, volunteers, supporters, organizers, families waiting beside the road. But to understand their identity, we also had to understand where the story began, and Big Clapton's vision to create a living memorial to the fallen Comrades. Long before runners carried this legacy forward, it began with the footsteps of soldiers and the comrades they left behind on the battlefield. That mattered a lot to us. The race that began as an act of remembrance became an extraordinary demonstration of courage, endurance, comradeship. The footsteps continued and the people joined the journey. Once we understood the logo, the words became very clear. We kept coming back to one thought. Comrades is more than a marathon. Ask any Comrades runner about their race and they don't simply give you a finishing time. They tell you a story about the morning they stood at the start, the hill that nearly broke them, the stranger who helped them, the person they were running for, the moment they thought they couldn't go any further but somehow did. Multiple stories across 100 runnings, and you begin to understand the relevance of what the Comrades really is. Not simply one of the world's greatest races, but the greatest story ever run. And perhaps that is what makes the 100th running so important. A centenary isn't simply a celebration of what has passed, it is an invitation to become part of what is next. And long after the finish line has been crossed, these stories will remain woven into the legacy of the Comrades. From all of us at AlienNation Creative Agency, it has been a privilege to help give this historic moment its identity. And we would like to thank the CMA for this opportunity. Thank you.